playing all the music for us and stuff, and they're studying, and I'm nervous as fuck. Like, I'm like, holy fuck, this is about to happen.
Well, can we rewind a second if you boys don't mind?
Sure.
Just a second, because basically, I think it was Stableford and I's idea to run the party, and you were all for it, but then as it was getting closer, you were like, I don't know, and there was some reluctance.
Well, I was nervous the day of.
Yeah.
You guys played the prank on me, remember?
Hold on, that's what I'm about to get to. So, Stableford and I are playing golf out of town, right? And and we're hanging out with our boss, and we're playing golf out of town. And afterwards, we went to his place and whatever. I don't know if we had dinner or if we maybe just had drinks or something. But we told him that we had this party or whatever, right? And we hadn't even got the alcohol yet. So we got the alcohol like when we were out of town, and we call Kove at like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Saying, and the party's supposed to start. Obviously, like the party's not going to start till like 10 or 11. People start to roll through. We said 9, but you always say an early time, and then people roll through later. And we call Kove and we're like, look, Kove, we had too much to drink on the course. We have to stay over. We can't drive back. And he just loses his shit. And you were with him. I think at that point.
I was at the club. I just taught.
Oh, okay. But he called you or so. Like there was some sort of like. I feel like he knew about.
No. Well, I told him afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
He was so mad.
I was like, I'm like, I have 200 people coming over to my house. I don't know more than half of them.
Yeah, you probably know like 30 of them, really.
30 of them, basically, yeah. Because everyone's...
because we all knew like a portion of them. But like we don't like know everyone.
No. Like,
and we told him, hey man, like we can't come back. And he was like, are you guys serious?
And I'm like, are you guys fucking serious? Like I'm flipping shit. And then I heard the blink. I heard Stefan turns on this turn signal. And I'm like, you guys are fucking... Like I'm like, you guys...
At that point we picked up the alcohol, 250 each. Yeah. We went in. I remember because we went into this small LCBO country town, and we bought $500 worth of alcohol.
Yeah,
and all the people, like we got a shopping cart and loaded up. We got the gin, we got the vodka, we got the beers, we got the twisted teas, we got the whatever else we're getting. Right, we're getting Jaeger. We got a lot. We got pretty much everything you can think of. Yeah. Right, every single hard liquor.
Wine.
We got wine. We got all of it. And we're showing up at the counter, and there was a line behind us, and we both go, we're hosting a party tonight, so this we don't actually drink. This is for the party. We don't actually.
We're just going to drop this off. And head out.
Yeah. We're actually event planners.
Yeah.
Event
planners.
Pro bono.
Yeah, exactly. Pro bono. But that was an integral part of the story, I think.
I was livid. I think I was about to teach because I remember talking to the guy working the desk. And I'm like, I looked like I was heated, and I'm like, you have no idea, like what? Yeah. Because I was on the steps outside the UTC, and you guys calling me, and my heart literally sank to the floor because I'm like, it kind of clicks like I'm hosting this many people, I know very few of them, and I'm gonna have to manage all this with like just knowing Matt there to help me, and like I knew that. You probably get high as fuck and then show up late.
Well,
that's what I did. Yeah.
Well, a big part of the party was that Matt, Kove, myself, and Stableford were somewhat vigilant of what was going on, and that ended up being crucial actually.
Because there was
we were all sort of security as well as like making sure nothing gets broken and whatever So there was stuff that happened at the party that we had to monitor. We'll get into it.
Yeah. So basically. So then that's fine. They play that prank. I go back to my house. The lights are set up. The beer pong stations are set up. They're setting up the sound system. Chris and Sanad, the DJ, and I'm starting to get nervous. So I get some drinks in me, and people start to show up. Very few people. Like Steph and I remember had some Asian girl show up that he hadn't talked to since high school.
Yeah, and that was the funny part about it is some people showed up who we hadn't seen in years, which was cool. That was a cool part about it.
Like lots of people showed up.
Yeah, the social media got a lot of traction because people were like, because we said also like you can bring friends that we don't know.
Yeah.
Which usually it's like don't bring anyone I don't know.
And the fact that you're providing alcohol too.
And providing alcohol, which is big.
Yeah, I also feel like people like will just like they saw the amount of people that were invited,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh shit! Like this is gonna be."
Well,
fucking
there was a buddy of yours who showed up first. Did he go to your school?
Yeah, well, there are a few
I forget
people-
his name. He was a good guy.
Yeah. Which one?
I
Because they're Femi.
yeah. Femi.
Femi. Yeah. Femi. Yeah, there are a few people from because I was still in university at the time. Shout out to he probably doesn't listen or like even know we have this, but there are a few people from like school that show up.
Yeah.
And yeah, like very people we know and stuff are showing up, talking to them, and then he probably doesn't listen either. He doesn't even follow on Instagram. But then Kelvin shows up, and we're all just talking, drinking, and stuff. And then you hear a bunch of this is skipping forward a bit, but a bunch of Ubers pull up.
Yeah.
Right, and you hear lots of voices, chatter, mostly girls. And because a goal of the party was to get like more girls than guys at the party.
Just have a heavy ratio.
Heavy ratio. Because
you don't want to host a sausage fest.
You never find that though, because we're like you go at any party and there's more guys than girls.
Yeah, that's always the case, right, Matt?
Well, I mean, most of the parties that I go to it's like guys only. And usually, it's like clothing is
not allowed.
Is optional, but we just say that for
discouraged.
safety, but definitely discouraged.
You can only enter if you have a boner. Right?
It seems pretty. That's
and
standard.
if you don't have one, they just show gay
Ministry
porn,
standard.
and then
Nice.
Ministry standard. And then you smoke a cigarette and then suck a Slim Jim.
Ministry standard.
That's good.
That's very good. That's a very good accent.
That's good Shipplebat impersonation.
Good Shipplebat.
Thank you.
Good job Shipplebatting.
Thanks.
But the goal was, more girls than guys. Because when do you? I've never had that. I didn't go to many parties in high school. I was pretty antisocial, and you want to say something?
No, I'm just listening. But no, I think generally, obviously, I mean, I don't know. I went to a few parties in high school, and like it was like relatively even, but you could definitely. I mean, I guess if you had to guess,
more guys.
There would be more guys. Like even if it was close, right? Just because like the guys bring their friends, maybe the girls are just a little bit more reluctant. I mean, the girls definitely travel in packs, that's for sure. But
you get one, you get lots.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of guys.
Definitely because of girls like to travel in packs because of rape, but right? Because if they're traveling alone,
there's definitely some validity to that. However, I don't think they're worried about being raped when they come to a party that's hosted by their friends. But I mean, at least I think
unless their friend's a savage like me.
Oh God. Yeah, Dave, good fight.
But
Kove. Alrighty.
No, but no, but that is girls do travel in packs. Like they go to the washroom. They go to the washroom in like groups, right?
Yeah, sure.
They do things in groups. So, a goal was to get more girls than guys at the party. So there's one guy we work with who at the time was going into second year, but he was 18, but he had a late birthday.
Right.
So he was born October, right? So this is in August, I think. Or
it was August.
We hosted in August.
August.
First week of August.
Right. So I said to Braden, or our friend. Well, he doesn't listen to this, but I said to our friend, I knew he was popular. He went to the same high school I went to, 3 years younger than me. I said, look, we're trying to get this ratio. Get any girls there you can. And I knew he was like this, he was not the prime minister, the valedictorian. Not because he was like, I think he's a smart guy, but more so because he was friends with he's a popular, he's a well-liked guy.
Okay.
So I knew he could get the people there. And he's like, sure, yeah, whatever. So we hear these Ubers pull up. I hear loads of girls. I'm like, dude, Braden, our friend came through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all these people start rolling down. I'm like, holy cow, there's so many girls here, right? I start to I'm like the coat check. Like I take them through to where they put their purses and stuff. Like I have that room where they can lock stuff in. And we go down, we're all hanging out, and then there's free alcohol. And then our good friend Meg says to me, my brother knows that girl. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I think she was drunk, so she got sidetracked. And then my one friend, Madhu, says, dude, these girls look like they're 16. I'm like, wait, like, I'm like pretty low at this time. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, like, I feel like I'm at like a high school party right now. And like most of the, and then so like, I'm like, no man, like you're crazy. Like, so we go on. I go up to the one guy I'm talking to. He's like, dude, this is your party? I'm like, yeah. And at this point, I was going to 5th year in university. I'm like, yeah. And he asked me, like, where you go to school? I'm like, Western, going to 5th year. I'm like, what year are you going to? He's like, I'm going to grade 12.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I start to ask some other guys, I'm like, hey, like, how old are you guys? And I have a brother who's a year younger than them. And I'm like, holy fuck, like, these kids are so young. Like, the girls looked like they were hot. Like, they were like...
But they're 12.
Yeah, they're 12. I'm like, holy fuck. And, yeah, like, they're so young. And, yeah, I don't know if you want to...
Well, yeah, I mean, it was kind of difficult, like, for us to manage it in a way, because I remember when a big group of people showed up, I was sort of hosting in a way, like, oh yeah, grab a beer, and at first they were pretty gracious about it. Oh yeah, let me have a beer, this is great. But then we started to notice some sketchy behavior. People were stealing stuff, like legitimately taking bottles out of coolers, and that's what we didn't want to happen. And obviously, like, maybe that's our own negligence, but at the same time, if these people are our age and our friends, that they would respect, okay, these guys are just being good hosts, right? So we noticed that people were taking things and people were leaving with them. Actually, guys were shoving them in their backpacks. So it was me, Kove, and Stableford who went and confronted a bunch of people in your driveway. Yeah. And we were ready to go.
Well, no, yeah.
Actually, it was me and Stableford, and then you were back with Sanad.
I went up to Sanad and I'm like, dude, like, I need your help. Like, there's a bunch of underagers here. So he's the DJ guy. Yeah. And he's up there. I bring him down. And basically, he comes, I'm like, dude, I need you, like, your help to, like, kick these people out. At this point, it's later, because it was, like, the initial group of small people, then our friends group of younger people showed up, and then loads of other people. So at this point, I think there's over 200 people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was happening right when I got there, too. Like, I remember walking in and, like, kind of fucking dapping up, like, some of DJ's friends. Yeah. And then kind of chilling there for a little bit, and then I see Kove come down, and I say hey to Kove, and then he's like, "There's a bunch of grade 11s here.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck
We were ready to go, because I think me and Stableford went out, and
actually,
you're cramping.
I am cramping.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Kove's cramping.
This is perfect.
Oh my God.
You alright?
I'm fine. I feel it pulsing, like it can.
I mean, you were sitting kind of
clench it
awkwardly.
Yeah.
On there.
You alright?
I think it's fine.
Alright. I mean, I think
I feel like Nadal in the press conference.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Eat a banana.
Yeah. Uncle Tony in the stands.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Tony.
He's like telling you to.
No, because Stableford and I went out there and we're like, "Did you guys steal anything?" And we started like talking to them and we kicked them out, like, "Get the hell out of here!" And it actually turned into a pretty ugly scene. Like, we didn't fight anyone, but they were scared of us. And not that there were some of them that were bigger than us, but we were just like, look.